morning everyone, and welcome to day 3 on the Corfu trail. It's just gone 8:30 and I'm on the western side of the island, which means I'm in the shade. You can tell if you've been following my videos that days 1 and 2 were just predominantly basking in sunshine and temperatures varying between 30 and 40 degrees. I suppose there's a benefit to being on the western side of the island, and I believe I'm tucked away and hidden behind Presudi Mountain. Now that, I think, is where we're going today. It's a relatively short day again by comparison to day 1, which was 29-30 kilometers. Yesterday was 14 kilometers. It was a bit of a breeze yesterday, very sandy and very hot again. But day 3 is the first stage where we go up into the mountains. Destination today is Dafnatia, but my first checkpoint is the mountain village of Ano Pavliana. That should take me about an hour and a half, as long as all goes according to plan. But this is the Corfu trail, my friends, so what is the plan? Just try and stay on track and go steady away. That's what I've learned. So I had a good afternoon yesterday and a good evening. I arrived in my destination in good time. I managed to find a decent place to eat. I even spent a little bit of time sitting around the swimming pool, catching up with a few bits and bobs. Looks like there's a bit of forestry work, clearing of the olive trees. Mixed views on that, by the way, on the island. The traditionalists would chase you off the island if you took down the olive trees to make way for housing or new roads. The traditionalists on Corfu believe that the olive trees are sacred and they are there to provide olive oil. Some of them even say that you shouldn't fell the trees for olive wood, which is fast becoming a profitable industry alongside the production of olive oil. So I'm hoping when I get to Ano Pavliana that there is a shop. According to the Gillian Price guide, there is a shop and a cafe, because the place where I ate yesterday evening, I asked them if they could make me up one of their wonderful pork gyros wraps, put it in double foil, and I'll take it away with me when I left, after I'd paid my bill obviously. Put it in the fridge at my apartment. No breakfast, room only at my apartment. This is why I needed to sort out my provisions for the morning. No supermarket close by either. So I carried my precious cargo back to my room last night, popped it in the fridge. Opened it up this morning just to check what I'd got, and it wasn't a pork gyros wrap. It was half a baguette with feta cheese, tomato and egg. Now if you know me, you'll know that I don't eat dairy product. So feta cheese and egg is like my worst nightmare. So I've set off this morning having drunk loads and loads of water, and I can feel it and hear it all sloshing around in my belly, which is not great. But I've set off this morning without having had anything to eat, and that can always be disastrous. Now I did eat well last night to the point of being a little bit bloated, and that's what you should do at the end of a long day. You have to stock up on your carbs and your proteins. Not only does it aid your recovery, but it sets you up for the following day. So I'm hoping for a good day today. I was having a little bit of a footwear dilemma yesterday. And again, the purists may cringe at what I'm about to say, but yesterday I hiked from Agios, Georgia in the south all the way to Spyridonas in my flip-flops. The reason being is that most of it was along the beach, and when it wasn't along the beach it was along a dusty sandy track. But today, going up into the mountains, I need a slightly more stable footing, but I've got a couple of little blisters that I need to protect, so I'm going for the dad look today. I've got my Teva hiking sandals on, loosely strapped where they need to be, tightly strapped where they need to be, and I've paired them up with a 1,000-mile marathon running sock combo. It looks epic, but you know what, I don't care, because my feet feel really good and comfortable today. I've got nice protection from my hiking sandals, and I've got blister protection with my dual layer 1,000-mile socks. Also, the chances of me bumping into anyone is pretty slim. So, just down here guys, I should be able to treat you all to a little glimpse of the west coast of Corfu. Have a little look at that through the clearing, my friends. Isn't that lovely? So, I'm going to push on, my friends. And once again, welcome to day 3 on the Corfu trail. I'm going to keep my wits about me now, because the guide says that you've got about 8 to 10 minutes on tarmac, and then you're keeping an eye out for a path that starts going up the mountain. Just so you know where we're going. Just up there, that's where we're heading. And we're going west to east today, from the west coast to the east coast, almost to Benitzes. So I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday. I think it is Wednesday. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everyone, and I'll catch up with you all somewhere further along the trail as we head in the general direction of Videography. Take care guys, Monday go. Okay guys, over my right shoulder you can see a sign for the village of Pandati. That's not a good sign. I'm not quite sure how I missed it, but the track which leaves the tarmac and takes you across to Videography, I just couldn't see it. I was constantly looking to the right. It was clearly described in the trail guide, but I just couldn't see it. I could see no track, so I've just carried on walking along the tarmac road which fringes the west coast, and I've ended up in Pandati. Now I had two choices: turn around and go all the way back, which would have been 20 minutes, making it 40 minutes in the wrong way, or from Pandati there is a 2,500 meter climb again on the tarmac, you can just see heading up there, which will take me back to Videography. Now I'm a little bit gutted, to be honest, because I'm going to miss out a section of the infamous Corfu trail, but I was looking out for it and I couldn't see it. So one of two reasons: either it's just not there anymore, or it's so overgrown that it may even have been impassable. So I'm going to take the latter today and say that it was so overgrown I couldn't see it, and even if I did start venturing along, I'd probably have had to have turned around because it was impassable. But anyway, I've been treated to some delights by going the wrong way, but on this occasion I'm going to go back on what I said the other day about getting back on track. I'm not going back and spending 20 minutes looking for a path that I can't find. If it was there to be found, I would have found it first time. So I'm just going to go with it today. We're going to take this climb slowly in the shade on the western side of the island, find our way to Ano Pavliana, where I believe I can get some provisions, and from there we'll pick up the guide again, have a little look and find out how we get back on the Corfu trail. Oh, bit of a fail to start day 3, but there you go. I was warned by so many people that you will add hours and hours onto your route by the time you've got back on track, by the time you've corrected your errors, by the time you've found where you should be going, not where you think you're going. But hey, I suppose that's the nature of exploring. It's difficult enough back in the UK, but when you're on Corfu, where the infrastructure and road signs and footpath signs are almost non-existent, so we're just going to have to suck it up, buttercup, and get back on this. So, see, the little cricket fellas are following me again today. They started bright and early, and the noise is intense as you come up through these olive groves. Let's hope the shop or cafe in Ano Pavliana is open. Get some food, that'll put a smile on my face. Just up here I might be able to treat you to a little vista. Bear with me. In fact, walk with me, feel the pain. There we go. It's not all that bad, is it? It's getting hot again, even though I'm in the shade. There's no breeze on this side of the island. So I'll see you all when I arrive in Ano Pavliana before I run out of breath. Catch you later. Okay guys, just arrived in Ano Pavliana, and just seen one of the official waymarkers for the Corfu trail, so we are back in the game. I've also managed to find a little shop stroke cafe where I've managed to pick up some basic provisions, a couple of these orange juice, fruit juice kind of things, which are nice, potato chips, salted, and nectarine. That's the best I've been able to rustle up for breakfast today. So from here, Ano Pavliana, we push on to Ano Pavliana. So hopefully there will be somewhere there where I can get something a little bit more substantial. But good news is, having gone the wrong way, I am back on the Corfu trail, and so far so good. Feet are holding up okay. The heat is starting to pour in again though, so I'm looking forward to getting down into the valley where I think there's quite a bit of shade. So we'll see what happens as we move on further along the Corfu trail, and I'll see you all in a little while.
Guys, I won't record much as we go down here, because it's quite steep, and it's quite a deep drop to the other side as well. But I really wanted to try and capture the diversity of the Corfu trail. This is kind of what I was expecting it all to be like. Little windy, ancient footpaths and donkey tracks. I'm trying to keep my balance as well as hold my camera. It's quite overgrown as well. But there's clearly a path that people are using. Although I haven't seen anyone else so far walking the Corfu trail, because most people do it early season and late season when it's not so hot. But this path clearly gets used by someone or some people. I just hope it stays like this and doesn't get too overgrown. You can tell we're going the right way because you can just see again another splodge of yellow paint on a fence post. But we're going down there. And this here, see this beautiful, there's a scent, there's a smell coming off it as I brush it with my walking stick. This here is wild oregano, I believe. The smell is amazing. So I'm going to sign off, guys, because it's getting quite steep and I really need to keep my wits about me and keep my balance. So I'll see you all in a little while. Hey guys, so we are down in the Roper Valley. It's pretty flat down here and we're just about to cross over this bridge. Just to the left of the shrine you can see what's left of one of the bridge posts that's got the yellow splodge of paint on it. So that's where we're going. And that's where we've come from. It's a bit strange down here because at certain times there's a lovely cool breeze blowing in off the mountains, and I mean cool, not 25 to 30 degrees warm in your bones, but a cool breeze. And then on other occasions the breeze just disappears and you enter the inferno of the 11 o'clock heat again. So we're going to push on. I'm coming to realise that even an easy day on the Corfu trail during the months of June, July, August and probably even early September, even the easy months are tough months.
Good afternoon guys, and I hope you are all having a wonderful Wednesday. So, about 45 minutes ago, maybe 50 minutes ago, I left the village of Strongilly, where I had the pleasure of having lunch with the owner, Spyridonas, and his wife. I was only going to stop for a drink, a quick Coke or an orange juice, but before I knew it, the hospitality had begun. I had the most amazing Greek salad and fresh bread. We talked about the trials and tribulations of tourism in Corfu this year. So having left Strongilly, I was presented with 45 minutes of torturous climbing on a rough boulder track that just went on and on and on. But I believe I have now arrived in the village of Dafnata, which is my finish point or finish line or destination for today. And I've been told that I will know when I'm in Dafnata because of the traditional red telephone box. I've also been told that I will probably bump into an interesting guy called Kostas, and I'm guessing this place behind me here, Cafe Snack Bar Kostas, is where I'll find Kostas himself. I don't know much about Kostas, but I've been told that he has plenty of story to tell. But before we go back to Cafe and Snack Bar Kostas, let me just head to the far north end of the village of Dafnata and let me just treat you to that amazing view. Look at that, my friends. In the far distance, I don't know if you can see it, it's very, very hazy up here. It might just be that I've got the sun shining right in my eyes, so I can't actually see exactly what you are seeing, but you can probably make out the summit peak of Mount Pantocrator. And that's where we will be heading for on one of the last days of the Corfu trail. Look at that. I can also see down in the far distance there the ferry port at Corfu town. You see the runway as well of Corfu airport. I can see the west coast of the mainland and what must surely be the south coast of Albania in the narrow Strait of Corfu. What an amazing place to finish day 3 on the Corfu trail. So without further ado, my friends, I'm going to give myself a well-earned pat on the back, grab myself a really, really big cold drink at Kostas Bar, and then find out how I'm going to get down to Benitzes. Not a bad day today, I must admit, guys. I've had a blister on the ball of my right foot that came along after about an hour, and I've been walking with that now for quite some time. So I'm pretty pleased with today. So let's go and find out what's going on at Kostas Bar, shall we? Let's see what Kostas has got to say.